Energy at 1 AM in the morning. Right, my name is Sam Clark, this is Kevin Booker, and we're just about to attempt to break the longest distance ever done in an electric car.
On a single charge.
On a single charge, forgot that bit. Cheers everybody.
So we think we're going to be driving for about 20 hours with 0 charges.
We are talking jeopardy of the highest levels.
We are still short by 55 miles.
I nearly ran over a peacock. Right, we just got to go on with it, haven't we? Let's do it. We're about to attempt yet another Guinness World Record for long distance driving. Well, we need to hit 568 or even 569 in order to be able to exceed the current record number. So in order to do that, 569 is the magic number, but we would quite like to go past that too and see how much further we can push it. So the official range of the vehicle is 372. So we're looking to push almost 200 miles or just under 200 miles further than what the manufacturer stated range is. Early doors, we are 1% down, so we're on 99% stated charge, and we've travelled 12 miles. On that basis, we've got a range of around 1,200 miles, which obviously isn't going to be the case. So we're just letting the system settle itself down, so we'll know a lot more. But so far, so good.
So we think we're going to be driving for about 20 hours with 0 charges, just to show what can be achieved.
I think what Kev and I and Webfleet team are trying to achieve is to demonstrate the art of the possible. That doesn't mean that everyone's going to be driving like we are. They're not going to be able to do 568 miles on a charge, but it does at least prove what the art of the possible is and the distances that can be done in EV, and demonstrate that in almost every single use case, there's nothing wrong with an electric vehicle and its range and the charging infrastructure as of today. Kevin Booker, well, he is a hardened Guinness World Record, multiple Guinness World Record holder, and we've got one together as well, of course, with the van record that we did last year. So hopefully we can make a good team again and deliver another record. Kev keeps braking for pigeons.
I can't hit pigeons, Sam.
My argument is, firstly, that's a flying rat. Secondly, it will move.
I couldn't tell Sarah if I'd hit a pigeon. Maybe you can. Yeah, Sam Clark should do. He's been driving EVs for a long time, and so I think he's got the skills to drive efficiently in a car as well as a van.
But when I'm driving, I'm not going to be slowing down.
Yeah, so...
Oh, that was close.
There'll be pigeons sticking out of the bonnet.
Okay, so updates. Theoretically, we've got an estimated range of 620 miles. Whether or not we can achieve that, we don't know. So the weather's improving for us, it's getting warmer. So theoretically, the performance should start to improve. We're doing it in the Ford Mustang Mach-E because it has the best components of efficiency and battery size to, we hope, be able to achieve such a long distance.
BAA will be supporting us for when we do eventually run out.
So my role in this mission is to check the cars over, make sure everything is as good as it can be with this vehicle. Tyre pressure is absolutely crucial to range. If they're too flat, you're just going to start burning up energy. It's more rolling resistance. Too high of pressure, you're just going to be wearing them tyres out too quickly and you're risking a blowout. As and when they do run out of charge, we're just going to go scoop them up as quick as possible, get to a charge point, get some more in there, job done.
There also are professional witnesses to make sure that we haven't done anything untoward with the car.
So while they're doing that 20 hours of driving, me and Chris have lined up a bunch of things that we want to do. So Chris has, for the longest of time, wanted to start knitting. So I bought him some needles and he's going to give that a go. And I'm going to be trying to do some trick shots in my spare time as well.
Webfleet are involved just to make sure that we get all the data to capture the mileage we do, and they'll be monitoring all the time to see how efficient we're being, how much battery percentage we've got left, and just to get all those things that Guinness need to verify that we've done the distance over the 568 miles.
Sorry, we're just going back on track again because Kev has knocked us offline again.
While putting the mic on for us.
It's two things at once. It's extraordinary how hard that is for him.
I've never professed to be a good navigator.
My stomach's rumbling now.
I know.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry as well. Sam requires a tin of beluga caviar, some deep fried dolphin.
Deep fried dolphin? That's not even a thing. We've had a bit of a pit stop to have a little bit of coffee and a little bit of food. The Webfleet telemetry and kit is keeping us true. Yeah, it's only 10:30 in the morning. It feels like 10:30 in the evening because we've been driving since 2:30 this morning. We are 200 miles in. We had a tree that came down in front of us, or was already down in front of us, which we had to maneuver out of the way. I nearly ran over a peacock. We didn't know peacocks can fly. Our efficiency is pretty good. Kev's navigational abilities are appalling.
So Richard jumped in with Sam at the Humber to make sure I could have a little bit of a rest and to keep Sam focused and help Sam with the navigation. It's just to show now that EVs, their endurance is far greater than the person driving them. So it's no different to petrol or diesel. The person will need to stop before the car needs to stop. And when you stop, you may as well be charging. So that's not really an issue with big infrastructure improvements. Driving an EV is easy.
Just going past halfway, and that suggests that we're at 566 miles potentially, which is just a few short of the target.
Like last year we did the van, we're doing a car this year. Why a car?
The van record we knew on paper was achievable, we just didn't know by how far.
Right.
This one, the jeopardy is, it's going to be tight because a lot of people have already done this before, you know, and this is a really, really tough one to get it across the line.
I work for Webfleet, part of Bridgestone. We've now been proud sponsors of these attempts for 2 years. Just from your perspective, how important is the data?
It reminds me of Formula One drivers when they get interviewed, and they always say, you know, it's not just me, it's about the team, and it really is. All the telemetry systems we put into the car, the cameras, the recording, you know, and there's probably what, 10 or 15 people at least in the background that have put effort and time.
We've even got people in Poland. You know, we've pulled in people from Europe to help make sure that the data that this vehicle is producing meets the criteria that Guinness World Records requires.
And then of course, in addition, you know, Rick and the team from Generate Media, who are going to be doing all the wonderful footage which puts this all together.
So we're just outside Doncaster now, waiting to swap with Sam so he can get some rest. The Mustang's just about to break its WLTP range. We've gone from starting at 2 AM in the morning with the AA ceiling shut our charge flap to now being nearly 370 miles in and still going. So we sealed the charging flap just to make sure so that the Guinness World Records, so it's not been tampered with, we've not added any charge. So by sealing it, that just gives that extra level along with all the Webfleet data to show that we've not added any more charge into the vehicle during the route.
What do you think the AA have been doing whilst you've been driving?
Well, they've got access to the Webfleet app, so I'd hope they'd be monitoring our progress to work out where we are, what percentage the battery is, so they can spring into action and rescue us at a moment's notice. And at the moment, it's predicting that we're going to do 567 miles and the record's 568, so it's going to be very tight.
Can you handle that?
Enthusiasm of this morning, where we thought we were going to nail it by several tens of miles, is now starting to look a little bit tighter than we would have liked. I don't know. we're going to try, but it's going to be tough. Yeah, so we're here at the penultimate stop before we do the last changeover. So I did 14 and a half hours of navigating and driving and then had a little bit of a break. So now we're just waiting for the car with Kev and Richard in it to meet up for the final push. And look, it's flat as, I mean, that's as flat as we can get. Cold and nervous. Right, we just got to go on with it, haven't we? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Mad thing is, you're better at doing this bit. Do
you want to drive the last bit? Come on, let's do it. If you would rather do it that way, let's do it that way. I'm not precious about being the last one. I'd rather us get this shit done.
We are talking jeopardy of the highest levels. Right, that car that's in front of us at the moment has about 7% of battery. It's 36 mile of range.
So at the present time, we are still short by 55 miles, which is frankly too much, but we'll see. We're going to keep pushing on and see what happens next.
We're going to find out just how much is after zero in this vehicle. It's really tense. And to top it all, these guys have now been driving for 21 and a half hours. It's ridiculous.
Okay, another quick video because everything has died. Apart from the car, which has got 1 mile of range left, we're on 0% state of charge.
But guess what? This is a world record attempt. Are we going to stop the car? No, we're not. We're still going to try and get another 23 miles out of this thing and break that blooming record. Got 4601.1.
Yeah, we've got that on the odometer. So, yeah.
Well, you set off at 4032.1. You are world record holders.
Yes! All right, I can barely believe I'm saying this. It's 6 minutes past 2 in the morning. We've been going for nearly 24 hours and we've just broken the Guinness World Record for the longest journey ever done on a single charge in an electric car of 569 miles, and we're still going.
Aching. But it's just the fact that we've done more than nearly 300 miles over WLTP. When you think of the cars this has beaten, it's got no right to really be able to do it.
Well, we didn't think that was happening, did we?
Well, we started at 2 o'clock on Saturday morning and we finished at 2 o'clock on Sunday morning. So that's a long time, day and night.
Just kind of showing what you can do. You know, when you think how much this car did above its official range, no one can say an excuse that they don't go far enough. The car outdid the endurance of both of us pretty much.
One charge. What's next? Well, for me, I've got to think about 2 wheels and maybe 6 or 8.
For me, I don't know. I've run out of driving licenses to be able to drive anything that's got more wheels, or less wheels even.